First, we will talk about the steps of writing a thesis statement and what to include. Then, I'll show you a practical example you can easily follow. We are going to follow this structure while writing thesis statement. Topic plus claim plus reason equals thesis. A thesis statement is a clear sentence that tells the reader the main point of your essay. It shows your topic, your position, and the reason behind your position. It also guides your ideas so your essay stays focused. Step 1. Start with a topic of your interest. A strong thesis begins when you know your topic. Think about what interests you, brainstorm ideas, or make a list of subjects you enjoy. If you still don't have ideas, you can use ChatGPT and ask for 3 to 4 topic suggestions related to your subject. Your subject could be anything like art, history, or technology. Choosing a topic you like makes it easier to create a strong thesis. Step 2. Write your claim or argument. Once you have your topic, read articles or research online to understand common issues, arguments, and opinions. This research gives you a clear idea of what matters most about the topic and helps you decide what you want to say. Your claim is your main point or argument about the topic. It's the position your essay will support. Step 3. Write reasons to support your claim. Ask yourself why your claim is true. Look for evidence. Data, statistics, previous research, or articles from Google Scholar. The more you read, the clearer your reasoning becomes. You will notice patterns, benefits, or problems in your topic. Adding reasons shows the reader why your claim matters and strengthens your thesis. Step 4. Refine your thesis statement. Combine your topic, claim, and reasons into one clear sentence using the pattern, topic plus claim plus reason. Make sure your thesis is specific, focused, and easy to understand. A strong thesis tells the reader exactly what your essay will explain or argue. I have chosen the topic smartphones' impact on students. First, I will read some related articles to learn more about this topic. The first article I found is How Do Cell Phones Affect Students in School? It includes keywords like multitasking, phones, distract students, which are related to my topic, so I open it to read further. The second article is The Effects of Smartphone Addiction on Learning. It has keywords like smartphone addiction and negative impact, so I open this one as well. The first article is from Google Scholar, and the second is a website. I start by reading the Google Scholar article. I always focus on the discussion section because it usually has claims related to the topic. While reading, I found a point that can be used as a claim. The greater the use of a phone while studying, the greater the negative impact on learning and academic achievement. My topic is smartphones' impact on students, and this claim narrows the topic by focusing on learning and academic achievement. I also notice another point about skills and cognitive abilities being negatively affected by excessive phone use, which could be a stronger argument, but for now, I will focus on the first claim. Next, I need to find reasons to support my claim. Strong evidence is important. I continue reading the remaining sections of the first article, but I don't find strong reasons. So, I move to the second article. This article discusses both positive and negative impacts of smartphones. I focus on the section that supports my claim about learning and academic achievement. I find strong reasons such as multitasking with phones significantly distracts students and notification alerts during class disrupt focus. These reasons support my argument well. The next step is to refine the thesis statement. I copied the claim from the first article with the evidence and reasons from the second article. Then, on ChatGPT, prepare a prompt like this: write my thesis statement in 1 to 3 sentences. For most essays, 3 sentences are enough, but sometimes 1 sentence works depending on your need. Make sure to instruct ChatGPT not to change the words or content. Then, I will paste the previously copied claim from the first article and the evidence from the second article to create thesis. Here is the final thesis statement. Claim and argument. Greater use of a phone while studying negatively impacts learning and academic achievement. Evidence and reason. Multitasking with phones distracts students and reduces their focus on lessons. Notifications and over-reliance on technology disrupt classrooms and hinder critical thinking. If you want to collect resources to support your thesis statement in the essay, you can search for more articles. Just put your thesis statement into ChatGPT and ask, "Give me 5 Google Scholar articles after 2020 on this thesis statement." Then, read those articles to find additional supporting points. You can also watch my video on how to use ChatGPT for research, which makes writing an essay much easier. Your thesis statement should match the goals of your essay, which vary depending on the type of essay you're writing. Argumentative thesis statement. In an argumentative essay, your thesis takes a strong position. You aim to convince your reader using evidence and reasoning. Topic: what you are writing about. Claim your strong opinion or position. Reason, evidence or logic to convince the reader. School uniforms should be required in high schools. Topic plus claim. Because they reduce social pressure, improve focus, and create equality. Reason. Expository thesis statement. In an expository essay, your goal is to explain facts or processes. Your thesis clearly states the main point and the key elements you will explain. Topic: what you are explaining. Claim the main point or purpose of your explanation. Reason, key elements or facts you will explain. Example: the printing press revolutionized education. Topic plus claim. By making books widely available, increasing literacy, and spreading knowledge faster. Reason, analytical thesis statement. An analytical thesis breaks down an idea or topic into parts and examines them. It explains how the parts work together or what they reveal. Topic: what you are analyzing. Claim the insight or interpretation you are making. Reason, how the parts contribute to your interpretation. Example: in To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee explores racial injustice. Topic plus claim. Through symbolism, characterization, and setting. Reason, comparative thesis statement. A comparative thesis examines the similarities and/or differences between two or more subjects. Topic: subjects being compared. Claim the main conclusion about the comparison. Reason, key points of similarity or difference. Example: electric cars are more environmentally friendly than hybrid cars. Topic plus claim. Because they produce zero tailpipe emissions and use renewable energy. Reason, these four types show that your thesis statement should match your essay's purpose. Whether it's arguing, explaining, analyzing, or comparing.